Finally confirmed that my wife is a cheater by a private investigator. My cheating wife is pregnant. She doesn't want to get a paternity test. Found out that my wife 30 female of 2 years cheated on me 51 male, and I really don't know what to do. For the past few months, everything has been weird in our relationship. The sex has been less frequent. She always turns me away when I initiate sex because she's tired, or she's not feeling it. Then she started coming home late from work and lying to me about coming home earlier. Sometimes, I would come home early to spend time with her, only to find the babysitter with our 17-month-old son. She would act surprised and tell me she forgot to let me know she was busy at work. I immediately knew she was cheating on me. I didn't bother checking her phone but just let it go on until I decided to hire a PI private investigator to confirm my suspicions. It took him less than a week to find her meeting up with a man in a parking lot and having sex with him in the brand new car that I bought her for her birthday. I confronted her, and she came clean about everything. It turns out her affair partner is a coworker, and they've been having a physical affair for the past 4 months. She was very apologetic, screaming, crying, and asked me to forgive her several times. She said she was going to end it, but she was scared and didn't know how. I decided it was best for her to stay somewhere else until I make up my mind about what the next step will be. I also took the car that she was having sex with her affair partner in, as it was in my name, and she's very mad about that. I had to tell her if she takes my car without my permission, I will call the police on her. I also found out while going through credit card report that she faked a work trip and took affair partner on vacation with my hard-earned money. I just don't know why this is happening. I know I'm older than her, and I've always done everything I can to make her happy, to be there for her. I know I'm not perfect, but I don't think I deserve any of this. At this point, I feel like I'm being taken advantage of for everything that I've given her. It's hard for me to finally see that everyone who warned me about marrying my wife was probably right. I've worked really hard for the past 30 years to get to where I am in my life right now. I went through a nasty divorce 15 years ago, and here I go again. I guess the only good things that I got out of this are my son and a solid prenup. Update. Finally confirmed that my wife is a cheater via PI. I want to thank all of you for taking the time to respond to my previous post. I have DNA tested my son and he is indeed mine. This is probably the only good news I've had in the past few weeks. I have started the divorce process and my wife has been served. While I feel that divorce is the only right option, I can't help but feel guilty for doing this to my son. My wife continues to ask me for another chance, but I'm not sure how to proceed or if that's what I want. She's not taking any accountability for her actions and has blamed me for the affair. She then switched to the "it was only sex" excuse and is asking me to forgive her because she was after something I wasn't willing to provide. The sex she was having with a affair partner was a 2 to 3 times a week thing during 4 months. I have reached a point where I am very angry with myself for still being in love with this woman, despite how much she has hurt me and how her cheating is tearing our family apart. Although I have started the divorce process, I am still unsure of what I'm going to do. Have any of you stayed in a relationship with a cheater because you didn't want to break up the family? Forgot to mention, her and affair partner got fired and she's currently looking for a job. I wanted to edit the post to say that I took so long to update, a lot went down the last couple of days. My wife had been having some health issues during all of this, and I had to fight myself not to be there for her during all of this. I feel so horrible for that. But she's okay now. Some info about affair partner: he is single and my wife said he wanted her to divorce me for him, but she only wanted sex. She loves me and that's why she never wanted to. My cheating wife is pregnant. She doesn't want to get a paternity test. My daughter has been babysitting her little brother when my wife has custody of our son. I realized that my daughter was hiding something from me. Later, she told me that my wife is pregnant. Apparently, she found out a couple of weeks ago but didn't want to speak up because she didn't think it was her place. Of course, I confronted my wife about the situation and demanded a paternity test because I'm not sure if the child is mine or not. Based on the timeline she provided, there's a good chance it might be mine. Obviously, I asked for a paternity test since my wife is still covered under my insurance. I don't think it's fair for me to be responsible for her medical bills if I'm not the father. However, she has refused to take the test at the moment. I told her that she will not receive my support if she doesn't take a paternity test, and I will remove her from my health insurance. She made it clear that she will not be getting any paternity test done, and she'll inform me once the baby is born to arrange for the test. It's just sad how she's choosing to weaponize this situation to hurt me when she's the one who broke up our marriage in the first place. I got myself into a terrible situation that I don't know how to deal with. Edit. My wife agreed to take the paternity test. I will give an update once I have the result.